welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is Wednesday the 29th of March 2023. Only 3 more days and March is finished, another month down. It's going so quickly already, isn't it? This week I have worked on this fortnight I've worked on 6 projects. I don't seem to be getting through as many at the moment because of the challenges that I'm doing. They all have high numbers in them. So when I'm doing the high numbers, I do, like if it's got 2,500 stitches, I do that on the one project, which is a full coverage. And there's Tiger jumping up in the background, saying hello to Jelly Belly. So I'm not getting through as many projects as I was, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm fine. He's trying to see what can I get into today. Tiger, not plastic. Before we get into cross stitch though, I'd like to welcome all my existing subscribers and viewers. Thank you for coming back every fortnight to see what I have to show you, and just for spending some time with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you to the new subscribers. I have had a few. I've just reached the 900 subscribers, so on my way to the 1,000. Be good to get the 1,000. But 900, I'm really stoked with that. I didn't know there'd be so many people that would want to watch what I'm showing, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you for coming along and watching and subscribing every fortnight. If you do like what you see today and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell, and then you'll know when I put up the next video. And that way you don't miss anything. Now I was meant to do a stitch with me last Wednesday, but technical issues didn't allow that, so I had to miss that one. But never mind, you'll see all the progress that I've made anyway today. Okay, so this fortnight I stitched 21,224 stitches, which I'm in between January and February, so that's not bad going, and I've still got a couple of days to go, so we'll see how we go. He's decided to lay on the floor. Now, as I said, I do have seven whips to show you. I have some knitting to show you. I've been knitting a little bit. One piece of haul and a crocheted project that I've finished. So I'll do them ones at the end, because that way if you're not interested in knitting and you're only here for the cross stitch, that's fine. I'll do all that first. So we might just get stuck into it. Okay, so the first one, these aren't in any particular order that I worked on them. It depends on what challenge I get to what one I work on. Now when I get the big challenges of 1,000 stitches or anything over 1,000, at the moment they've been 2,500, 3,000. So whenever I get a big challenge like that, I like to do that on the full coverage, and that way also it's covered by Pattern Keeper. But just depends on the challenge to which one I'm working on the day. So the first one I'll show you is Toy Shop. Now this one's by Aimee Stewart, Heaven and Earth Design. Now I've done the first nearly 2 rows up the top. I've come down to the dartboards across the top, and now I'm just heading down this side. So I'm about where the top of the cash register is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep coming down and then go over. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go all the way over or over a bit then go back up. Not sure yet, haven't decided, but I'll decide that along the way. But at the moment I'm heading down this way. So we'll get in some of these lovely little designs down here. There is so much detail in the rest of it, so no matter which way I go, I'm going to hit detail, which will be good. So that's Aimee Stewart. Tiger's decided to take himself out. Now this one I only got 761 stitches in, and I'm on 35.3%. And here we are with this one. Now I mainly worked in this section, tried to finish that section but didn't quite do it, and then the challenges all changed. So, but there's not not a great deal left to do in there. I'll finish off this section and then I'll move down. But this is the top of the cash register, so the cash register will be coming in here. Can't take it out because it's so hard to get in, but as soon as I finish down here, along here, then I'll take it out, and while I've got it out, I'll show you the whole thing again. If you've been with me for a while, you would have seen the whole thing a few times. But as soon as I have to move the Q-snap, I will take it all out. So I'm loving this one. I'm loving the detail, loving the colours. It's just good to work on. The only problem is at the moment I've got so many full coverages that I just want to work on. I just want to work on them all. And you can't do it. But that's okay. This is in one of the bags that I've made myself. Just fits the Q-snap in quite nicely, quite comfortable. Okay, the next one. I think this is 16th century. Let's have a look. Yes. So this is 16th century works by ABC. It's one I got off of the Etsy store. And with this one I started in the middle. Now I've nearly finished the middle section. I finished this one. I think it's 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and I think I'm doing the last one, and then I've got to do all these side pieces, and then I'll start on the outside border. But depending on how I go with these big ones, this one could be a finish. Not 100% sure because there's a lot of work in the outside. But this one, it is on Pattern Keeper, but I counted the stitches and I've done 700 stitches. Now this one is done in Water Lilies 204. So this is all done in this one at the moment. And then I did a purple border, which is a Silks for You purple, but I don't have the number because it come out of the pack. Which way's up? That way. Okay, yes. So I still have one at the top to fill in as well. Thought I'd done that one. So there we are with this one. Now that's 700 stitches. That's all in here. So I'll finish off this one. I'll do this one, and then I've just got the outside of all the shapes before I start on the outside border. But this one's been okay. I do like working on it. This is one that I take upstairs with me while I'm waiting for hubby to ring. If he's going to be really late, I normally take up a small one upstairs, just so that I can still stitch but not have all the cottons, because all the cottons are in my trolley, which I have showed in one of my videos before. Yeah, another friend's bag. My granddaughter wanted a friend's pencil case, that's why I ended up with the fabric. So I got two different lots of fabric, and I thought, oh well, I might as well make some project bags too. So that's that one. My next one. This should be Randall Spangler. It is. This is Mini I Love You by Randall Spangler. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It's so cute. Now I do have 2 of these. I do have one that didn't have the background. So it was just him sitting in the middle. And I thought, well, that'd be alright if you done it on coloured fabric, but it would still look so bare on the outside. So I thought, no, I'll do the whole thing. He's just got a cheesy grin on his face. Now with this one, I got 2,084 stitches done, and I'm on 2.26%. So I've got a fair bit done on this one. So here we are with this one. Now on this one, I think I worked on majority of all this blues and creamy colour, because I know I had all this here. This is his mouth. I put in the black for his nose, or his nostrils, and then I did all the blues. And with this one, I'm just going to fill the Q-snap, and then I'll probably move it up so I can get his eyes done. So I might go up with this one from here, and then move it down and head down to the bottom. We'll see. Soon as I started on his mouth, I've got to get his eyes in. But yeah, so that one I got over the 2084. So I was quite happy with that. That was one of the challenges of 2000. So loving that one. That definitely won't be for a finish this year though. There is a few that I know will get finished, but we will see how many. I'm also doing a challenge of 23,000 stitches on my heids for the year, so we'll see how we go with that. But with these big challenges, it shouldn't be a problem, but I'm not saying I'm going to get them done on all of them, because I know I won't, but a couple of them I know I will. Okay, the next one is Florentine. This one is a mirabella, and I did 1,200 stitches. What are you doing, Tiger? And this is what this one looks like. Now I've done her arm, and I'm working on her dress and the stool. So I'm heading down. So I thought this one I'll head down, and then I'll do the face and the hair and everything last. I want to get down to the kitty cat. So this one is doing well. This one I do for small challenges, because I count this one, because it's a paper chart. I'll just move my needle minder. But like I said, I got 1,200 stitches done on this one. Now on this one, I have worked on her dress. So I didn't have any of this white done. Pretty sure I only had half of this purple bit done. So I finished this purple, done all the white up here, and started up here and started bringing it down. I didn't touch the stool this fortnight, because I thought I'd get this bit of the dress done, and then I've got an anchor point here where I can start going up for the stool. I worked on this one for 2 days. I don't know the percentage because it's not in Pattern Keeper, and I think it'd be too hard to work out. I know I'm not halfway though. But loving this one. I've only got the beads to put in, so I'll put the beads in the dress after it's all done. But yeah, loving that one too. Like I said, that one I do when I have the small challenges. So even though I had got 1,200 on it, it would have been a couple of small challenges. I don't think the challenge would have been 1,000. So that would have been a couple of small challenges. Okay, the next one. We'll save the best for last. Well, actually, both these are pretty good. This one is Ye Old Christmas Shop. It's another Heaven and Earth one. And this is what it's going to look like. This is by Ciro Marchetti, or Marchetti. There's a few different ways people are saying it at the moment, so I'm not sure which is the right one, but you get who I mean. Try and get the glare off. There we go. So I've been working on the dog. I've done the bird in the window, so I've done that window pane there, and then I come over to start the dog. I haven't finished the dog though. Close. Now this one I got 2,933 stitches, because this was one for a big challenge. And I'm on 3.66%. The material behind, because it's such a big one. This is nearly as big as Toy Shop. And there we go. Last time you've seen this one, I had his face, but with a lot of gaps. So since then I've filled in his face. I've still got to do his ear, but it was too close up the top, so I couldn't get to it. But I've majority filled up to here. All those spaces are filled in, and then you start getting into spaces. But here's his legs coming in. He's hanging on to his lead. I really like this one. I mean, I think it's because I anchored onto just one little thing, like just the dog, not all over, to see what was going to come up. So I thought, well, I'll do the dog down to, probably down to there, because then I've got to move the Q-snap. But so the dog will get done down to there, and then I'll fill in whatever's over here, and I'll fill in whatever I can on this side, and then I'll move it. So I'm not sure where I'll go when I move it, because I've still got a bit to go to the bottom. So I might even go right down to the bottom, and then get the bottom rows done, and then work my way up. But I started in the middle just to make sure that I did have enough fabric. I'm always worried that I've counted wrong, so I thought, well, the best thing to do, because I don't want to get through the whole thing and then find out, no, it's not big enough. But I'm loving this on the blue. It's a lot easier to see than doing it on the white, because you're not getting as much white through, and I like that idea. These have all been done on Aida. It's either 16 count or 18 count. I forgot to say that, sorry. This one is 18 count. And this is in another bag that I done myself. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. This is a fat quarter bag. So it gives you plenty of room, because I like to have a lot of room for the heights, because you need a lot of room for the extra fabric, and you can't always have it tucked around the Q-snap. So the best thing to do is have a big bag, and that way you don't have a problem. This is another bag that I've made myself. This is out of fabric that I found in Mum's things when we went through Mum's things. She already had it cut out to this size, but nothing sewn up, so I thought, well, I'll sew it up and make a bag out of it, so that I've got part of Mum with my stitching. Okay, now this is the one that I've been working on the most. This is the one I was going to do a stitch with me on. Now, this is Warmth of Home. This one is due for a finish, and what are we going into? April, May, June. I'm hoping it's possible I can have it finished by June. Let's see. This is Warmth of Home by Shimeral. Now I finished all up over here, and I was halfway. Then I started doing the bottom and starting to work up. Now I've got his feet done, and I was just going to keep working up and up and up, but I've nearly got the whole thing in the Q-snap that's left. There's only probably the last 2 rows I won't be able to do where the Q-snap is, but I'll move it. And with the new upgrade or update in Pattern Keeper, now you can arrange the numbers for the most amount of stitches left to do to the least amount. So I've done that, and now I'm just working from the top, from the most to the least. So I'm just working wherever that symbol is in what's left. But like I said, there's probably 2 rows at the top that I can't reach properly. So yesterday I did 520 and 939, and when I finished with 939 it still had like 300 stitches or something. So that's dropped down there, so I'll leave that one and I'll still go to the top. Whatever the top number is, I will do. And I scrolled through to see, because I've taken out all the zeros as well, as you can on the app. So I've scrolled through, and the ones right down the bottom, I have about 3 or 4 that only has 1 stitch. So I've looked to see where those stitches are, but I can't put them in yet because there's nothing to anchor them with. So I thought, well, I will wait, and when I get to them, I will do the ninja stitches. So the last, I don't know, the last 100 or so stitches, or 200, I will do on a stitch with me, so you can finish it with me. I think that would be nice. So Warmth of Home, I did 3,465 stitches, and I'm on 81.45%. So here he is. Now I was doing his paw, so I've nearly finished that. There's a few ninja stitches in here, but that's because I decided to do colour by colour. Now I put in an outline up there which was a black, I think it is, and then I just started filling in now. So whatever colour comes up is what I'll fill in. But yeah, not much more to go. But I can't reach right up the top because it hits a Q-snap on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll just keep filling in, and then I'll just have a little bit to do at the top. But if I, depending on the colours and the numbers that come up, if I get up a bit more, or at least to the top of the paw, get all this bit done, then I'll just move it up a little bit, and then I can just fit in whatever's left. But yeah, loving this. Can't wait for it to be finished. This one I started last year. I'm pretty sure I started last year. I'll have to double check, because I remember I'd only done a little bit of the top corner, but I'll have to double check. But yeah, but this one will be a finish hopefully by June. And then when this one's done, the next one that's closest to a finish is Australian map. So that one will come in place, and I'll do a focus on that, because that's on 40 something%. So loving that one. That one I still have a challenge of 700 to do. So this one will be worked on today, because I still have some to do on that one. My plans for the next 2 weeks. Now I didn't spin the wheel because my tablet is playing up and doesn't want to turn on. You're on my phone at the moment. So I just went through my whips and picked out ones that I have spun before, but I hadn't had a chance to get to because of doing the challenges, and you know how it goes. So the non-full coverage ones that I'll be doing is Wild Menagerie, which I don't bring out often enough, so I need to really get stuck into this one. So this is what Wild Menagerie is. This one I got from a viewer because I had the chart, but I couldn't read it. Now I've started in the middle. This is my starting point for this fortnight. Trying to make sure I don't stab myself with the needle. Pretty sure that's the way it goes. I could be wrong, but we'll see. So that's my starting point on this one. See, I haven't done a great deal on this one. I need to really start getting into it. I want to have at least one lion done this year. So at the moment it doesn't look like a lion, does it? That's his mouth under there. That's just under his nose. See, all this bit, if I was doing on black fabric, I wouldn't have to do, but because I'm doing it on the blue, I've got to do all black in there. But that's okay. So that's where I'm starting on that one. Like I said, I don't get enough done on that. The other one is red. This is another one that I spun for last week but didn't get to. Just not enough hours in the day, and with the big challenges. So this is a mirabella. This is red. That's what she's going to look like, and that should be up. So that's what I've started on her. So I would like to get her moving a bit more so that you can actually see that she is a fancy lady. This one is done on, I want to say 16 count Aida. They're all done on Aida. I haven't ventured out yet. So that's number 2 that I'll be doing. The other non-full coverage, I only chose 3 because I'm not getting to them, so I don't want to choose too many because I know I'm not going to get to them. This one's Ice Fairy by Design Works. I bought this one as a kit, but I couldn't work out the cottons because cottons are everywhere. There's no numbers on them, so I'm not using the cottons, I'm just using my own. But I know they're there if I need them. This is starting point for this one, that way. So I've got a bit done on this one. So I'm happy with my work on this one, but I need to do some more. So what I'd like to do, should I go up or should I go down? I might go up actually. I might go up. I'll do her body, I'll do her arms. This is where the ball comes in. So I might get that bit done and get her arm done. And then head up and do her face and come back and do the dress last. But that's my starting point on that one. Now I do have a couple of small challenges that I know I'll be doing. So I know there's 2. So I will be doing some on those ones. I've got to get them moving. Okay, so then the full coverage ones, we have 4 of them. Now Warmth of Home is one. I won't show you that one again. I'm going to work on Breaking Free. I've neglected this one. This one's by Ciro Marchetti. I really do like the chart. It's just that the others are calling to me more, and this one hasn't even spun up. It spun up last fortnight, but I didn't get to it. So that's that one. Let's show you the starting point on this one. Actually, this will be good because it's out of a Q-snap. So you'll get to see the whole thing. Let's see if I can position this material properly. That's the starting point on this one. So I call him Pinocchio. He's done up to his shoulders. And then if you go over to this one, she's just starting. She's just starting her foot. I call her Raggedy Ann. But I'd like to get this blue down here up to here, so it's all even sort of thing, and then start on her a bit more, and try and make it to the other side, because this is where I've done down the bottom all up to that foot there, so I'm over halfway. So if I can make it to the other side by the end of the year, I'll be happy with that. I don't know if it'll be me 23,000 stitches, but there's still a fair few stitches in there, but I'd like to reach the bottom before the end of the year, so I'll be picking that one up. Try not to leave that one out because I've left it out a bit. The next one is Warmth of Home, which you know. The next one is the kids. Now this hubby's kids, I'm doing this one for their mum. This was Alyssa's graduation, and that's Samuel. Now I'm going to crop it a bit. I'm going to take off a little bit at the top, probably 1 or 2 rows, because I don't want to cut his head off, and probably just a little bit this side. I'm not sure, because otherwise, well, you really realise that the tree's not just hanging in midair, but it should be right. So if I take it to that shadow, maybe to there, just to cut it down a bit, and then you still get the main picture. Now I haven't worked on this one a great deal because it hasn't spun up, but this is my starting point for this one. Now I started in the middle. From what I can work out, this is Samuel's leg, his arm, and this should be his shirt. So I'm going to work on this part here, which I think is his shirt, and try and get a figure in. So I know that is the part that I'm doing, but I want to get some work on that done. So if I could get his if I could get his shirt, or just so it looks like it is him sitting there, so I know exactly where I am, I'll be happy with that. And the last one I'm going to be working on is elephant puzzle. Now I've done part of the giraffe. Oh, I've done all the outline for the giraffe and need to fill more in. I've got the little giraffe in. I've done some of the tiger, and I'm up to his tusk. So more or less on this one, I'm just working with where I am, like the room that I have on the Q-snap at the time. Oh, let's see. So this is where this one is. See, I've got all the outline of the giraffe done. He's still got to be filled in when I get back up there. The little one is in there. He's nearly all filled out. The lion's head is done. You can see the elephant coming in the background now. And there's the tusk. So with this one, I might fill in from this tusk and try and get this elephant done up here. Yeah, so that's my aim in this one. I might try and get this elephant filled in. So I'll fill in any ninja stitches all around here as well. The elephant, the tiger's head, the lion's head is all done. Yep, I filled in all the ninja stitches in that one. The tusk is all done. All the ninja stitches is filled in except for a few along here. Yeah, very little. So that's where I am with that one. So let's see what progress I can get done. I know a lot of the challenges I've got from now on is around the 2,500. So that will be what I'll do is when I've got a 2,500 one, I will just pick one full coverage and I'll get that whole 2,500 on there. So that's 2.5 days, or maybe 2 days, depending on how much I can do. On a good day I can do 1,200 a day. Otherwise it's normally around the 1,000. I try and push for that 1,000 to get that done. So it might be 2.5 days on one, and then the other half a day I can do on one of the non-full coverages. So I will get it all in that way. Well, let's hope. Yeah, so they're all in there. Okay, now my knitting. As you know, or if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm doing a blanket for Samuel, our son. I did one for Bubs, for Jalen, which is Jalen's teddy bear. Jelly Belly is still sitting there. We haven't been over there yet. So I did him a cot blanket out of some very nice wool, and Samuel's seen it and he wanted a blanket for his bed. So I said, yep, no worries. Now I've got to do it in 3 sections. So I've done a third. I'll put a photo up of the third because it's too big to hang up, to hold up. So I'll put a photo up of what that part looks like. And then I've started the next section, and I've done 3 balls of wool on this one so far. And I have to do 13 balls of wool. So one stripe is 1 ball. So I've got another 10 stripes to do, but it's lovely. It's all just, I don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. It's all just plain and pearl, just a knit stitch. But yeah, I was going to do it just all, because I did Jalen's just all this colour. And I thought with being such a big blanket, and to break it up a bit and make it more interesting to knit it, because it's a queen size bed, I'll do 2 colours. But I think that looks alright together. So I've got another 10 balls, and then I've got another stripe to do. Now I've worked out if I do a ball, it takes me roughly 2 hours if I just sit there and knit, nothing else. If I don't get up, I can do one in 2 hours, which is not too bad. Sometimes of a night while I'm waiting for hubby, if I don't feel like stitching anymore, or I've done my challenges for the day and I don't have another one that I could really start in that short time, I'll just take a ball of wool up and yeah, just do one section. So I'm loving that, but I'm hoping to have it done by winter, so I've got to pull my finger out and have it done by June. it is possible. I could do even one ball a day. It's still, what, it's only going to be another 23 days. I could do it in a month if I really pushed to do it, which I should do actually. And another chart I brought was a mirabella. It's a butterfly fairy, MD75. I think that's, but this was on a D-stash, I think it was. So loving her. And I do have another one very similar where she's got a butterfly on her hand. I hope it's not the same one. If it is, I've got two. But that's okay. The other one I've charted it up in red. Pretty sure. Or it might be white. But yeah, so that one's nice. Don't know when I'm going to get to it. I'm on no new starts this year, so it won't be this year. And I did some amigurumi. Now, the actual amigurumi crochet was fine. That was easy to do. My problem is sewing it together. Now, I didn't have a problem with Jelly Belly, but this is the little pig I did. Now, he's cute, but his head's a bit crooked, but that's okay. He's not going anywhere. He's only for me. But yeah, so I did little piggy. But yeah, it's just something different. I just wanted to give it a try. He's got his snout. He's got his eyes, little flappy ears. It's just the sewing together is, well, he's together. He don't have a problem, but his head's a bit crooked. But other than that, I think he's all right. He'll just sit in my craft room. So my little piggy. But yeah, he was just a trial and error. He's only for me, so it didn't matter. I think that's all I have to show you. Yeah. I've been busy organising things for the Christmas Advent bags for the end of the year. There's still a few spots left. If anyone's interested, just let me know, and I'll send you all the details, or I'll put the details down below. But they're either for a large one or a small one. My next floss tube will be Wednesday the 12th of April. Not sure. Yeah, that's just before Easter. I think Easter is that weekend coming, by memory. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll be able to do that. If the internet keeps working and is fine, I'll do a stitch with me on Wednesday. But it's your choice. You let me know what stitch with me you want this one. It'll either be, you've got warmth of home, breaking free, the kids, or elephant puzzle. Yeah, so any of those ones, let me know. They're all my full coverages, because that way when I do the stitch with me, I will keep doing that one for the day. So you've got breaking free, warmth of home, the kids, or elephant puzzle. Let me know which one you want to stitch with me, and if all goes well, let's hope, I'll do a stitch with me next Wednesday, which will be the 5th of April. So let's just hope. The only other haul I got was just some magnets, because I'm making some needle minders. But other than that, that's it. Tiger's taken off. Yeah, he's taken off outside somewhere. Well, that's it. That's 40 minutes, longer than I thought it was going to be today. I thought it was going to be a quick one because we got through it so quick. But yeah, that's it for me today. I can't think of anything else I need to say. If you want to get in contact with me, my email address will be down the bottom. You can go through Instagram, which is Fun with Cross Stitch. I do have a Facebook page, Fun with Cross Stitch. You are welcome to join that one. Just answer the 3 questions and you'll be accepted in, not a problem. I have got some challenges on there, but I haven't done, I'm not sure if I've done April's. I will have a look. If If I haven't, I will put something up for April. I'm a bit slow, I forgot about that, but that's not a problem. But I do sell project bags. If you're interested, let me know. There is still some on the group, as far as I know. I'll go through and double check that. I might do a floss tube extra actually and show you all the bags, because I haven't done that for a while, and there is a lot of new subscribers. So I'll do a floss tube extra just on project bags, and that way you can see what I have, and just let me know if you want any, or if you want any special ones made up. I think that's it for now, so I will see you in 2 weeks, unless you watch my stitch with me. Yeah, thank you again for watching, liking, subscribing. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. I want to see how far I can get closest to 1,000. I'm not doing too bad. I've hit 900. Last November was only 1 year anniversary, so that's not bad for a year and a half. 900 subscribers, and I honestly didn't think I would get that many. I just stay home by myself. Hubby's always at work, so all I do is stitch and whatever's got to be done for the house. But didn't think there'd be that many people interested in watching my stitch with me's and just showing you what I do. And it's good. I like interacting, so thank you very much for all being there for me. It does mean more than what you think, and I really do appreciate it. So okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye for now.